Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Scanning the field, it's Byrne. Caught near the sideline, it's Scott. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught behind the line. It's Parker. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Got it behind the line. It's Scott. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Huskers will have it first and 10. Gives it on the option. Got the first down and still on his feet. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. This Husker running attack will hit you from all angles. You never know who's going to get it next.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing that hat game on the stadium jumbotron. Like where's the ball underneath which hat that's going to move around? Always a lot of deception with this Cornhusker offense.
Looking for a gap. It's Parker. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He fires one deep down the right side. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Overton. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the right. And wings it incomplete. love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run it on the counter. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop him.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Handoff from the gun.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking downfield, it's Overton. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Going right to work up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. A strike downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Dropping back, it's Byrne. Here comes the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the right.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Cornhuskers will try to move the sticks on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. That one comes out hot down the right side. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now, they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on foot. There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room, it's Richard. Makes one man miss. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Byrne. Bringing the heat. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Byrne. They'll run the screen. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabs it in the middle. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The throw to the outside is complete. He's got it out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He makes a grab, and he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They have not been able to run it in. Will they try again on 3rd and goal? That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
The grab, it's a first down. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, obviously, this has been a defensive struggle the entire first half, so how big was it for the offense to score a touchdown their last possession of the first half, get an opportunity to tie this thing up going in at halftime? I think we can expect a lot of the same here in the second half, but no doubt, huge for their confidence offensively.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Dropping back, it's Overton. Rush is on him. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To throw, it's Overton. It's complete to the left. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. First down here for the offense. try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They're going to run it to the right. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Penn State! And that one will give them the lead. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but even though we've heard Boomer Sooner a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Memorial Stadium. They're up by 4 over Alabama. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Byrne. He's got him in the flat. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Here we go. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes, and they get too aggressive, and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's stopped right right there, short of the first down in this defense, trying to preserve the lead. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Huskers are marching down the field. Back to throw, it's Byrne. Moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They'll try to power their way ahead. Gets it past the marker. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Huskers moving quickly to the line. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Cornhuskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man, it's Byrne. Swings it out to the flat. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Nebraska! He got a step and just dusted the field. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They're working that left side. He's into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and they vault on top by 1 here in the fourth. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most, late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Back to pass, it's Overton. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They go to the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Found the spot in the defense. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Overton. Got a man, it's Richardson. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Give to the back. Slithers into space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep two hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Big celebration, and understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Byrne. Gets it out quickly. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Snap from the gun on third down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, and I tell you what, as a coach, you called that play just to try to make your decision easier and try to get some extra yards so you can know I really feel confident with my kicker or I don't. Now, what you want to do, Coach, you want to go for it and try to get the kick for the win, or do you need to throw it because you don't trust your kicker?
It's good! Reach for the mark, but Penny gives him the W. And with that, they've taken the lead. What a show.